The universe has guided you to this message because you need to know about your spiritual gifts. And I'm going to give you a few of them because everybody's going to have stronger ones here and stronger ones there. But everyone who is watching this message has all of these spiritual gifts and can tap into all of them. In fact, I guess we all have these, but these are the ones that we're all a little bit more attuned to, or you all are more tuned to. And I just felt like you really needed to know. There's a lot about right now. First of all, before I start, is that there's a lot about tapping in to your dragon guides, and this is something that is so. I mean, I as a Capricorn and as somebody who used to be a total skeptic, absolutely zero spirituality when I was younger, zero. Um, it was kind of ridiculous to me, but I was meditating one day, and I just saw this the head of this dragon there, and it just felt this really nurturing sort of like just kind energy, and it kind of was looking away from me, and it just looked at me, and it was like looked at me with this love, and I was just like, hi. And I spent a little bit of time with it, and I didn't say anything, just spent, just felt it. And then I just ended the meditation, and that was it. And then a few days later, one of my favorite creators, who I mention all the time, I'll just say one of my favorite creators, um, just posted a video out of nowhere about dragon energy, out of absolutely nowhere. And all super random for her as well. Definitely random for me. And put out a lot of content about dragons anyway. And so these are spirits, and I'm not saying that there are dragons flying around. I, I definitely don't think so. But these are spirits, and there's a reason why these entities have been made into mythological creatures, because they really do exist. They are very much similar to angels. They are protectors, much more so than angels. Angels really help us on our day to day, and dragons, they protect us on different levels of being, and they do come on big different scales, like very large energies for the or a very large energy for the planet Earth, and also more manageable sizes, I suppose, for the dragons that are our guides or that we can call on. And one thing that I am feeling from this that I didn't get from this content creator was that using these dragon guides, or calling on them rather, working with them, collaborating with them, will help these spiritual gifts start to come out. And you will be shocked at what is possible, absolutely shocked. There will be a point for some of you where you will not be able to tell anybody about what you can do, because they would, not just that they would think that you're crazy, but if they witnessed what you could do, that there would be a problem, because people would want that power. And so one thing about this is not that you can't talk about your spiritual gifts, or dragons or whatever. Is just that these dragons are telling me right now that at a certain level, and you'll know this intuitively, but as you work your way up there, before you get to the time where okay, I can't talk about this to anybody, I don't 100% trust, um, they want you to keep it on the low, because again, you have so much power. I'm feeling it so strongly here, and I'm seeing many dragons around me right now, and I've never seen this before, so a lot of firsts with these videos. And the way to call on them is very simple. Just meditate and just repeat dragon as a mantra. Just say it over and over again: dragon, 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 dragon. And if you feel any sort of overwhelm with that, don't worry. Just I would, instead of doing it in sitting or something like that, do it on the ground, laying down flat on the ground, or even better in a fetal position if laying flat on the ground is not comfortable for you. So yes, call on them to activate, enhance, and to tune you in to these gifts, and the knowledge of them that you're going to get from this reading will work with that. And the dragons are really the ones who have called me to do this reading, and I'm listening to myself, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this sounds so ridiculous, but this is what I'm getting. So and that synchronicity with the dragon, I've never been like, oh cool, dragons. Like, it wasn't even the big thing for me as a child. So the fact that I saw a dragon in meditation in such a subtle but clear way, and then this content creator who I love and who I watch all of came out with like a bunch of information about dragons, it's just totally unexplainable for me. Total, such a beyond a synchronicity. So anyway, they really want you to know about these gifts, and so here they are. Okay, I pulled some cards. I didn't see all of them, although I do see this one on the bottom, so I'll start there. Ace of Inspiration. Okay, and look at her. She almost looks like she's performing telepathy, but it's not like telepathy as in thoughts so much. It's like it's both receiving but more giving of of an energy of being capable, almost. It's like you can, when you feel capable, so this has to start with you, but when you feel capable, when you feel strong, when you feel um, in your power, you can transmit this. And it's not like you give it to them, it's not like you're sapping it away from yourself. It's that you are putting this, the universal energy, and transmuting it into them, and making somebody or other people feel capable and feel empowered. And it doesn't need words, but when it's combined with words, so your spiritual gifts in, include this, but also it has something to do with words, which is another gift too, I'm hearing. But when you combine them, you are able to empower people like no other. You are able to create change through, by means of inspiring other people without even needing to say a word or lift a finger. But when you do, and I'm getting somebody giving a speech and hypnotizing the audience. I am getting such chills. Somebody here is going to be like a politician or a speaker of some sort, and you're going to be using this on the crowd. And I hear some people already saying, well, that's not right. It is fine. Spirit would not give you this gift if you were going to use it badly. I mean, that's not always the case, but uh, there's always a usefulness, even for things that people judge as bad. Um, and I could go more into that, but I won't go into that right now. But I will say that don't be afraid to use this gift. This is not something that you can really go wrong with, because you're doing something to help inspire and empower people, and they're going to use it in the way that they choose. But though you do have the power to kind of empower them in a specific area, but they could still choose not to do that if that's against their will. And you can, uh, not not you specifically, but in general, magic can cause people to do things that they wouldn't normally do, that they would normally be against, but it's still not technically against their will. And that's not what this is. I'm just saying about the will thing. When people say you can't make people do things against their will, it's it's kind of true, but you can, uh, if you need to, or want to, for some malevolent reason, you could insert thoughts into people. And maybe that's another one of your gifts. Maybe that's that kind of airy gift that I was thinking of. You can insert thoughts in people, and that can grow as a seed and start to change their will. Now, this is not an easy thing to do, and this is more along the lines of witchcraft and stuff like that. But I'm sure there are people with this gift as well. And again, that gift is there for a reason. So it's not always a negative thing, and it's really important to shift your perspective when it comes to influencing others, because there's a lot of good reasons why you could influence somebody that aren't selfish necessarily. And then there are people who maybe do have this gift and they have corrupted it, but it would never get to a really high vibration without some kind of energy of love enhancing it, especially with the dragons here, because they are very much all about that. They're very neutral and objective, but they are empowered by like a love energy. So anyway, so that's the first gift that the collective has. I can't believe I got that all from just one card here. So I'm just gonna pick a random card, and I don't know. So, okay, so actually, I'm gonna keep going with this because um, some of you, your spiritual gift is something about plants. You cultivation. I'm hearing you can really and this could be cultivation in a metaphorical sense, but I'm really getting actual plants. Cultivating plants, maybe even genetic splicing. I'm hearing like creating new plants by splicing two together and then doing that again and again. Like I'm seeing like an orange, like a new kind of orange or something, like an orange with the pineapple flavor or something like that. I don't know, but and you can make plants grow quickly, and I'm getting healing. And you know what's crazy is this cut that I was talking about the other day was extremely deep, and it's really it's healed way faster than I understand how it's possible. So that kind of it's like the causing growth of an organic structure. That's amazing. I never even thought that could be possible. Okay. So, okay, well, here we go. High Priestess, intuition, but this goes beyond that, and I feel like I need another card here. Wisdom. Okay. So, like, ah, and luck. Something about luck, wisdom, and intuition. So, you you can, and it just kind of something is trying to pull it away from me. Dragon, dragon, dragon. Please help get that back. Thank you. Okay, so this is again sort of on the same vibration as the previous one because we have this Leo energy, but it's like knowing the right decision to make and being in the right time and the right place. So, and this comes unconsciously with the High Priestess, right? It's very much in your feminine energy. It doesn't even it needs no effort or thought, but you do, when you're aware of the gift, it does activate it more. And that's the thing that they're telling me that you need from this, is that the activation of the gift is all you really need with this, because when you have it, as long as you're aware and you're intending to use this gift, you will be in the right place and the right time, and making the right decisions to, I'm hearing influence again, but not just influence. So to influence the people who are going to be who you're going to need to help you to do something, or just to influence the situation. Okay, that's what it is. To influence the situation, to be with this 222 might be an important number for you. 2222 might be. Oh my gosh, yes, 222, two, two, and two, three twos, because this is number two as well. Yeah, wow, okay. Being in the right place at the right time, making the right decision. It's all kind of an unconscious thing. It just happens, and you might have the motivation or the push to go somewhere and do something, but it doesn't seem aligned to like you trying to make something happen. It just happens. But it does manifest a desire that you already had. So it's like when you're manifesting, you let it go, and then it comes through your own actions. And that's always how it is. But it's like it's more potent than that. It's more obvious, because when it happens, you will very much be aware of it. But right before it happens, you won't know what's about to happen. You might start getting a feeling of energy building up, but you're not going to know exactly when it's going to happen. So it's not even just intuition or like psychic sight. It's just like, you know when you need to go, you know what you need to do, and it it brings a lot of constant luck to you, and constant like manifestations. And and they're saying it's different from normal because it's constant. It's like you just are seen like a lucky person, and especially if you right now feel like you're not a lucky person. But either way, but it's really a turnaround for a lot of you, when these inner when these sorry when these gifts and talents start to activate more. And I feel like some of you, this has already started and you don't realize it because it's kind of intermittent. It kind of goes in and out, but eventually it's going to be constant. And I do think, okay, they are saying that eventually you are going to be able to use it very much intentionally, but it's not really what the point is of it. But it can be used that way, especially when it's important, when it's an emergency, I'm hearing. So maybe, okay, the kind of Capricorn moon energy where you are needed to help people in crisis, and then you know exactly what to do and how to do it, and how to get the um, the best outcome when maybe other people might get a very bad outcome and a disastrous outcome. You can go into a disastrous situation and crisis situation, and even it out and calm it down, and it just happens for you. Wow. Okay, cool. So what else? What other spiritual gifts, please, spirit dragons, do they have? Okay, I'll just pick the top one. Okay, again with this speaker. This is the King of Wands in the Gay Tarot here. Just this vibrance. Okay, so kind of I'm here, I heard kind of cloak, but that's not it at all, because it's not invisibility. It's I forgot what they call it. Glamour. It's a glamour. It's like it's a more integrated glamour. You really can change your appearance in a way. I mean, you're gonna stay the same. You're gonna have the same face, but it's like you can change how people perceive you. Just like some people look in the mirror and they see somebody who's ugly, or they see somebody who's beautiful. This is like, when people see you, you can control how beautiful they see you. And I'm getting, this won't be the case all the time, because it will take a lot of your energy to do this, and it could exhaust you to do it all the time. But when you need it, it's going to be there for you, and it's going to okay, it can be used for fun. It can be used for fun situations. Take that from that what you will, but it can help you enjoy life better, I'm hearing. And also you can do it to yourself. So when you look in the mirror, that's why I was saying that, you will see this increased beauty and this increased confidence and vibrance. Okay. um okay, so again, finding solutions to things. Okay, seeing sight. You're okay, another spiritual ability, seeing things in your environment that other people don't see, like like Inspector Gadget or whatever. Not no no no. What was the other one? Detective, the one from Scotland Yard. That one. He, you know how he just notices little like details that nobody notices. That's you. And this is the spiritual gift. Is like these your vision will catch on to something very quickly that nobody else would notice, that would really turn the tide for you in a situation, or turn the tide for whatever you're trying to accomplish. Okay, clean it up. So no matter, even if something is kind of invisible, like very much cloaked, like you barely see it, or there's just there's just like evidence of it, a little bit of evidence of it, you will know exactly what it is that you're looking for or that needs to be found. And spirit will very loudly tell you what it is. Like you're going to hear it and you're going to see it and you're going to hear it, and it's going to be kind of a almost it's like a spiritual overlay. It's like almost like a what is that thing called where you can see the heat of things. Anyway, it's like, an overlay of the heat map of what's around you, and it's gonna be a hotter, it's gonna look like a red zone where you need to look. And you won't always know what it is that you're trying to find, but you will know where to go. You're going to feel it, you're going to see it, you're going to sense it in many different ways. And you're going to be told. Sometimes it's going to be a little harder with the other senses, and spirit's going to be, and spirit said, if you still can't find something, if you still aren't able to find it, your ability will be able to will allow you to tap into this auditory psychic sense, clairaudience, where spirit or your guides or the dragons or whatever will tell you where to go. And so even the hardest thing to find, or even the hardest clues to uncover, will be uncoverable for you. So and I am getting like kind of law enforcement in a way, but this feels bigger. So I'm kind of getting a specific situation where people are using this for their work or for their, for their career, but for a greater purpose. This is you. Everybody's gifts here, and all of these gifts are the gifts that we are all going to have. But then one of them, especially, is going to be more resonant for you and easier to tap into. Like I said, but somebody here, it might just be one person, is going to be using that specific gift for something very, very important and very, very big. I am getting trigger warning war times, maybe finding people in a disaster zone, or okay, I'm also getting this in a more metaphorical sense where you find the clues and the evidence and the things that you need um, within a situation for a political kind of reason, so that the public will know something, so you can release something to the public without it being blocked. Because that's a lot of times that's the problem, is that there are facts and evidence that if everybody knew, though, everybody would be very against certain things, and the governments would have no choice but to stop. But you will be able to uncover these things, whether I think they're things people are hiding, that that will make all the difference. Okay, and you're cleaning it up. You're cleaning up situations that are not right. You're correct. You're kind of playing justice in a way. Maybe that's why I thought law enforcement, but it's not quite. It's like you're bringing justice. You're bringing corrective action. Okay, I apologize for my neighbor always slamming his door. Okay, so Angel of Balance. So this is another gift. Okay, I'm seeing into past lives very, very clearly and easily. But I'm also getting the word genie. So I never thought this would be a gift, but kind of acting as a genie in a way, as in you can grant people's wishes, but it's not like any wish, but it's like almost feels like a numbered wish, like only one or only two or only three. But I don't think this would be used in a very specific way. And maybe I can get another card and see. Wish fulfillment. I can't make it up. Can't make it up. So you can grant people's wish. I almost feel like this is for many things. I do feel like you could grant your own wishes, but again, it's like it's limited in some way, because obviously we can't just manifest anything. If that were the case, then we would end up manifesting our fears, and we would all end up DEAD. So that would not work. And genie, genie, there's a genie lamp. Okay, so you are definitely a manifester for other people, though, and for yourself, like I said. But this is like you're granting wishes for other people, that will what, spirit, please? That will bring them in line, align them to their spiritual path. So it's like if somebody's life is kind of in shambles, and if they have something that is really blocking them and it's really difficult, like a physical problem, or like a family situation, or something like that, that is just really, really hard to work through just by themselves, with and through, through the normal means, you are able to grant them this wish and help them align to spirit, because they will be important spiritually as well. They have a very important mission as well. So you are helping people accomplish their mission. But it's not just that I'm hearing. It's not just that. It's like you can grant people's wishes when you really want to, but it's just that you won't always be able to do this. You really do have to be discerning about when you do it. But it will get stronger, and eventually it's going to be a lot more than you could really imagine. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Genie, thank you. Mixed Genie, Angel of Love. So okay, Mr. Mix Cupid, Miss Cupid, um the Emperor, and walking away. Okay, so this is very specific, but when people are heartbroken, when people have given up on love, that's what it is. You can restore their faith in love. You can bring their awareness back to their heart. You can bring their love back in a way for the world, because people go through these situations with love, whether it be like as a child, just like their parents, or because of other people as a child, or because um, they had a long-term relationship and their partner cheated, or they left them, or whatever. You can restore their faith and love, and bring them control back in their life in a way. And that's kind of a mystery to me here. they he is kind of making these people dance. It's through through a creative pursuit. So it's not just that they're gonna like find a new partner, which it is that, in a way. It is that because by restoring their faith in love, they are going to be able to attract it again. But they they're walking away from this, oh this kind of need to control. Okay, because losing faith in love comes from a need to control how life is around you. So you're allowing them to surrender in a way to love, allowing them to walk away from these past situations that have hurt them, and bringing them into some kind of creative pursuit that really brings light back to their lives. And somehow this creates a sort of um, an awakening to the love of all things, all around us, and beauty itself. Again, with this beauty, with this glamour, there's this kind of a glamorous power here, where um, you are able to control. Okay, again, it's glamour. You are able to control, in a way, how people perceive you. But I'm hearing, and I don't understand this exactly, but I'm hearing, by walking away, and this is this is a separate gift, I think. By walking away, you bring a certain light to people's lives, because they realize what they've lost, but they don't languish in it. They're able to see exactly what they need to do to change. And so whenever you have finished with the situation. You don't leave it in ruins, even if the situation was difficult. It like your presence there itself was the gift and it was the change, but it starts to really activate when you walk away. And that's not to say that you need to walk away from everything. This is again very specific, and it's just that you leave, everywhere you go you leave behind um, a beautiful gift for other people. And I don't know why this relates to creativity, but I think it'll be obvious for us when this gift activates, because it feels more like a more mature gift, more something that comes later in life. Um, so last, oh wow, okay, last gift. So we have the Queen of Cups, Queen of Emotions. We have Poised, and we have the Tower. So I do feel like, okay, I have been getting that energy, like a kind of a destructive force here, and there's nothing wrong with that. That destruction brings new growth, new life, and I do feel like though, um, mm, so, and I don't know, and I'm not saying this is good or bad, or I'm not giving it a judgment, and neither should you really, but you are destroying something for yourself or for others that is not good for them, and that is because they, oh, okay, it'll be like when somebody has a serious block, and it's not the same as before, because it's not like a trauma block, it's like a behavioral block. It's like how they see the world, how they yeah, how they see the world, how they feel about the world, and the way they behave because of that. You are just ripping that from underneath them, and this is, I'm hearing this is a gift that you only will ever really need to use a few times, but it will be very significant for people's lives, because it will make sure that they change, because there is something that they need to do. And this could be for yourself too. I'm saying other people because I am getting that a lot of the times these gifts are made to use for others, because they're kind of a they're they're love centric, they're from the heart, and they're about healing um, the earth and humanity, and animals as well, I just heard. So but okay, I am also getting this is healing. This is like when somebody has a serious problem in their body, you are able to just like, I mean, not literally, but like zap it away. And it starts to unravel and come and disintegrate. Like, no, I'm getting the big C here. And I'm not saying that you can cure that, but I'm just saying maybe you have some kind of effect on it eventually. And you are able to really help people that way. This is definitely very healing. Very healing. It does come at, it's very jarring. It kind of comes as a shock to people, but it's not ever resented. It really isn't, because it's like it comes from this very loving place. Um, and you will, I'm getting again, you will be using this for your own life, and you will do it when you're ready, poised. You will do it when you're ready, and it'll be just like, you know, if this tower moment happens before you're ready, and it happens a lot for everybody, then it's not pleasant. But this, when you're ready for the tower moment to happen, this is another thing. When you're ready for it to happen, that's when it happens, and you are poised and ready to go. You know what's about to happen. Maybe you don't know exactly the situation, but you know what's about to happen, and you are totally ready for it, and it won't shake you. Okay, it won't shake you. It'll shake your foundation, it'll shake your life, but it's not going to shake you on the inside. It's not going to shake your heart. It's not going to shake your belief in spirit or in love. It's just, you are ready for it. So this is twofold. When it's for yourself, see how useful that could be. You might even be kind of holding off these tower moments, and Spirit says you won't be able to do that forever. But they want this, especially for some of us, they want this ability to be a thing because they know that these tower moments are too detrimental to our progression, that we need to be able to be ready for them. So they're going to give you plenty of warning for these towers, and they're going to say, okay, direct your energy where you want it to go, and it must be in the place where this tower needs to come down. But um, if you do that, you will be ready. It won't be uh, too hard for you. It'll be work or whatever, but it's just, it won't be scary. And I'm not saying that this will work for every tower moment, because there are very serious ones that we all go through in our lives that we cannot avoid, because that is life. But it will, they're saying you would be surprised, okay? Okay. I'm just gonna go with it. Okay. What's the final message that the collective needs to hear about whatever? I would say about their spiritual gifts, but yeah, about whatever. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. So, yes, this is a spiritual gift in a way, that you will stop seeing the separation between you and other people, and that's why this was about others and others and others so much, because there is no difference, and we all are mirrors for each other. And really, when you do it for others, you'll do it for yourself in a way. They're saying not necessarily. There is still this perspective of this, there's still this dual perspective, which is valid as well. But you will, I don't know, you'll have these abilities to use for yourself and others. They and this is especially going to be potent when this feeling of separation from everything else starts to diminish, and you start to see everything as you, because there is no difference between the inside and the outside, and that is such a crucial understanding and vision for these gifts to really manifest. But the dragons will help you, I'm hearing. The dragons are going to help us with that, because that is something that's so difficult for humans. That there are, most people don't ever get that. Even people who want to don't ever get that. So yeah, these are your spiritual gifts. I hope that was enjoyable. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Tell me how it resonates, and tell me how, about the spiritual gifts that you think that are resonating for you here. They're all yours, like I said, but which one do you think is like your big one? I really would like to know. If you want to tell me, I know they said to be discreet about it, but we already know these are all of our gifts, like I said. So, also, if you want a personal reading, please reach out to me. I am so open for that. I have the link down below, Beacon's AI link, that will take you to all of my links on my social media and to my store, where you can purchase a reading. And you can also send me an email at I think it's Cavin, my name, Cavin, at birdseyetarot.com, one word. So yeah, thank you so much. Have a good one.